Hello everybody, this is Stephen Birch, and I'm going to show you now how to play the pop song Brown-Eyed Girl using the Backpackers guitar. So take a look at this beautiful Backpackers guitar. Don't you love it? Isn't that beautiful? And let's talk about the tuning now of this Backpackers guitar. The bottom note is C, and that's the fourth string C, and then your third string is G, and then the third string, or the second string is C, and then E. Now, if you don't have a tuner and you don't know how to tune the guitar, look at the video that I made about tuning the Backpackers guitar. Okay, so now assuming that you've looked at that video and your guitar is in tune, here are the chords you're going to want for the song Brown-Eyed Girl. The first chord is G. The first chord is C. Okay, and that's just with the open strings. You don't need to put any fingers down. Another chord you're going to need is to go to the G chord, and the G chord is on the seventh fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you just put one finger down, just one finger down on all the strings and push it pretty hard so that all the strings will sound. Okay, that's just one finger. Now, sometimes I put my second finger on top of my first finger here and push it down, and that makes it a little easier for a little bit more strength on the chord. Okay, so you're going to need the G chord. It's called the G chord, and that's on the 7th fret. And then you're going to need the C chord, and that's open, no fingers down anywhere. And then you're going to need the D chord, and the D chord is on the 2nd fret. Okay, so you're going to need. Okay, so again, the 7th fret for the G chord, the open for the C chord, and 2nd fret for the D chord. Now, you're going to need another chord. It's called a minor chord. All these other chords that I gave you are major chords. Now, you're also going to need, real briefly, the E minor chord. Now, to play the E minor chord, you're going to go up to the 4th fret with your finger, but it's going to be a minor chord. So you're going to take your pinky, and you're going to put it 1, 2, 3 frets up on the first 2 strings only. So let's look at this minor chord, because it's something that you want to learn how to do. Here is the E. The E is going to be the 4th fret, but it's got to be an E minor chord. So we're going to take the pinky and put it 3 frets above your first finger. So if the first finger is on the 4th fret, 4 plus 3 is 7, children. So we're going to go to the 7th fret with our pinky on the first 2 strings. So it's going to sound like this. That's the E minor chord. Okay, so we have G, 7th fret, C, open, D, 2nd fret, E minor, the minor chord fingering, and the 4th fret. Okay, let's get started. Now, I've shown you the chords, and so here we go. We're going to start with the first part. It's on G, so you put your first finger on the 7th fret for G on the word hey. Hey, where did we go? And then for the word go, open to the C chord. So, hey, where did we go? And then on the word days, back to the G chord. Days when the rains came. And on the word rains, you're going to go to the 2nd fret for the D chord. Okay? Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. And then for the word down, back to the G chord. Down in the hollow, open for hollow. And then back to the 7th fret, playing, and then the word new game on the D chord, 2nd fret. Down in the hollow, playing a new game. And then we're going to play laughing and a running. Laughing, it's on a G. Laughing and a running to the C chord. Running is on C. Running, and then back to G again. Skip, thumping and then jumping is D. Second fret, jumping. And then back to G again. There's only 3 chords so far. Back to G. In the misty morning fog. So morning is open, C. And then G for our hearts. D is hearts, or hearts is D. Hearts a thumping and U. The word U is C. And then a D. My brown-eyed girl. Back to G. And now here's where that E minor chord comes in. After the G, we're going to go to E minor briefly. And then C for you, my D, brown-eyed girl. So let's do the first verse. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Down in the hollow, playing a new game. Laughing and a running, hey, hey. Skipping and a jumping. In the misty morning fog, where our hearts are thumping and you, brown-eyed girl, you my brown-eyed girl. So there's the first verse. As you can tell, I don't have the greatest voice in the world. Singing was never one of my strong points. But there you go, that's the idea. And then the second verse. Whatever happened? Tuesday went so slow. Going down the old mine with a transistor radio. Standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall. Slipping and a sliding, yeah, all along the waterfall with you. My brown-eyed girl. And here's that E minor chord. You, my brown-eyed girl. So far, so good. Okay, now let's do that middle section where we go the sha la 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 la. So we start off with on the D chord on the second fret, and then the word do you remember when, and then stay on the D chord. We used to sing, and then go to the G chord. That's the 7th fret, G chord, on the word sing. So, do you remember when we used to sing, and then stay here, sha-la-la, and then la on the C chord, la-la-la-la, back to the G chord, la-la-la-la-ti-da, and da is the D chord, 2nd fret. And then again back to the G chord, the 7th fret. Ya, sha la 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 la, C, and then to G again. La 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 ti da, la ti da. Okay, after that comes in the original recording this a cool little bass thing on the bass guitar. But we have a backpacking guitar, not a bass guitar here. So we're going to play just a little. You can still do a similar kind of thing. So keep your finger on the 7th fret, but don't play the whole chord. Simply play the 4th string, and then the 3rd string, and then back to the 4th string, like this. Watch, watch. Okay, and then we go into the 3rd verse. So hard to, so on the G chord again, so hard to find. The word find is back to the C chord, my way, and then now back to the G chord, that I'm all on my own. The word own is D. And then saw you just the other day. Other is C, and then G again. My, how you have grown. So you is D, back to G again. Cast my memory back there, Lord. So back is C, and then a G again. Sometimes I'm over, and then overcome is D. Overcome thinking about making love in the Green is going to be C. Green grass. And then G again. Behind the stadium is D, 2nd fret. Stadium with U, C. D again. And then brown-eyed girl. And then the E minor chord. And then C. You, my brown-eyed girl. And then we do the do you remember when? And then that goes into the sha-la-la-la part, and then the song is over with. So let's go from this whole section here. Do you remember when? Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-di-da? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-di-da, la-di-da. So hard to find my way now that I'm all on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-di-da? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-di-da, la-di-da. And there you have it, brown-eyed girl. So learn that, do that, and I'll see you next time.